This is Father Andrew Ritchie, and you're listening to Catholic Inspiration, a podcast from my website at studyprayserve.com. These homilies, presentations, and retreats form part of my ministry as a Catholic priest for the Diocese of Superior. And now I invite you to open your hearts to some Catholic inspiration. Today is Monday of the 30th week of the year. Our gospel reading is Luke chapter 13, verses 10 to 17. Jesus was teaching in a synagogue on the Sabbath, and a woman was there who for 18 years had been crippled by a spirit. She was bent over, completely incapable of standing erect. When Jesus saw her, he called to her and said, "Woman, you are set free of your infirmity." He laid his hands on her, and she at once stood up straight and glorified God. But the leader of the synagogue, indignant that Jesus had cured on the Sabbath, said to the crowd in reply, "There are 6 days when work should be done. Come on those days to be cured, not on the Sabbath day." And the Lord said to him in reply, "Hypocrites! Does not each one of you on the Sabbath untie his ox or his ass from the manger and lead it out for watering? This daughter of Abraham, whom Satan has bound for 18 years now, ought she not to have been set free on the Sabbath day from this bondage?" When he said this, all his adversaries were humiliated, and the whole crowd rejoiced at all the splendid deeds done by him. We have a healing here, but we also have this connection that somehow there's something demonic, some evil spirit that's present. This poor woman, and we're told later on, for 18 years has been suffering. The presence of evil has crippled her body. She's been imprisoned. And with a word of command, the demonic is cast out and the woman is healed. So you have both elements that are common to the ministry of Jesus present here in this passage. Now, what's the deal with the Sabbath? Again, the understanding was that the Sabbath was a holy day, that one was supposed to put aside all work in order to give praise and thanks to God. Jesus, when this particular leader in the synagogue chastises him, Jesus comes right back and says, "Look, you untie beasts of burden so that they can be fed and watered. Why shouldn't I?" And you do that on the Sabbath. "Why shouldn't I, on the Sabbath, untie the bonds of Satan so that this woman can be freed, fed by the Spirit, watered by God's love, healed?" So just as you would take care of your base animals, why not that this daughter of Abraham, a child of the Most High, a beloved daughter of God, why should she not be set free as a sign of praise and glory to God on the Sabbath? We want to hold up here something very important. You ever notice that sometimes haters are just going to hate? Do you ever notice sometimes that there are a certain group of people who the glass is always going to be half empty? That you can do the most glorious, beautiful, wonderful thing, but they're still going to look for the one flaw or the one thing that wasn't addressed in that spectacular moment. I don't want us to get caught up in the negative. I don't want us to get caught up in what is belittling, mocking, or tries to reduce a beautiful moment to its negative aspect. We don't want to do that. Today, this particular passage inspires us instead to look actively for the ways in which God is at work in our world, in our own lives, and to put fuel on that fire. To look and encourage, to cultivate actively the opportunities by which we might be able to help others take a half step closer to Jesus. And certainly for the opportunities, the possibilities where we can do the same. Friends, there's plenty of struggles in the world. We don't have to contribute to that. Instead, let's look for the places where God is at work, and let's put fuel on that fire so that that blaze casts out the darkness around us and brings people closer to the light. Let's look for how the glass is filled. Let's look for the places where God is at work. Let's look for the opportunities where we can cooperate with that. And in that cooperation, we draw closer to God and one another. Let's be part of the solution, not the problem. When we do that, then we say, all right, Lord,
I want to open my heart to you. All right, Lord, I want to cooperate with your grace. Help me. Help me to be your agent, your instrument today. Help me to see opportunities, to respond to the opportunities, that your grace working through my life will allow my life to be a rich blessing in the world. God bless you all.
This is Father Andrew, and I hope this podcast inspires your faith. Now, if you found it helpful, please share it with a friend. And you can help me by leaving a rating and a review. I keep all my listeners in my daily prayers, and I ask for your prayers in return. God bless you, my friends.